Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to Statschat on Cricket Next. Cricket matlab Cricket Next. Ladies and gentlemen, let's focus on tests. I know there is a lot of talk about ODIs and of course T20s given the tour of the West Indies. But let's just reflect back on the WTC and the squad that's been selected for the test series against the West Indies. So 23 to 25 WTC ka naya cycle that starts with the West Indies tour, India's tour of the West Indies. But if you were to go back and look at the World Test Championship cycle from 2021 to 2023 and compare India and the top order of India vis-a-vis some of the other teams, there are a lot of questions. और आंकड़े इस तरफ इशारा करते हैं कि सिर्फ चेतेश्वर पुजारा को ड्रॉप करना, गाज सिर्फ चेतेश्वर पुजारा पर गिरना गलत है. It's not fair. The 35-year-old has stuck to the purest form of the game, the longest form of the game. He has continued to deliver. Yes, he had a bad patch, but should he be made the scapegoat? Has he been unfairly made the scapegoat? Is he the only one responsible? And where has the Indian top order fared, or how has the Indian top order fared compared to some of the other top test teams across the world? चलिए आंकड़े क्या कहते हैं देखते हैं. पिछले WTC साइकिल में यानी कि 2021 टू 2023, तो जून 2021 टू जून 2023 का ये साइकिल हम पकड़ के चलते हैं. इंडियन टॉप ऑर्डर ने रन्स कम बनाए हैं, कई बार फेल हुए हैं, और ये हमारे बॉलर्स हैं और लोअर मिडिल ऑर्डर बैटिंग है और बॉलर्स हैं जिन्होंने भारत को दूसरी बार वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप के फाइनल तक पहुंचाया. नाउ let's try and understand. India's average of 33.8 for its top 5 batters ranks at number 6 among the top test teams in the world. So India is ranked behind Australia, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, New Zealand, England, whose batters are doing much better, especially the top order. So the focus of this edition of Statschat is purely, and the conversation is on the Indian top order, test batting top order. Except for England, which is averaging 37.65 at 5th spot, all other teams, their top 5 batsmen, cumulatively together as team, have averaged above 40. So England and India are the only two teams whose top order has not fired to the level expected. That means whose top order average combined together, top 5 batters average combined together, is less than 40. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बात यह है कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया's top 5 on the other hand have scored 311 times, whereas India's top 5 batters have scored 300 only once. That's the thing. Australia leads with an average of 47.76 for their top 5 batsmen. आगे एक और इंटरेस्टिंग आंकड़ा आपको बताऊंगा, but try and understand this. That 11 times the Australian top order has taken them beyond 300 runs. Top 5 batsmen have taken Australia beyond 300 runs. India in the last 2 years of this entire World Test Championship cycle, only once. Now, let's try and understand who are the top 10 players and how have they performed. Now, if you look at the top 10 players over the World Test Championship, over the last cycle, 2021 to 2023, June 2021 to June 2023, none of the top 5 Indian batters are even among the top 10 batters in terms of runs, average, or even 50 plus scores. इनमें से किसी भी लिस्ट में नहीं है. In fact, Australia's worst top order batsman is David Warner, with around 830 runs, somewhere around that. And India's best top order batsman is Cheteshwar Pujara with around 860 runs. So that's the thing. If you look at it, मैं आपको बताता हूँ, चेतेश्वर पुजारा का स्कोर, चेतेश्वर पुजारा has the most 50 plus scores for India 6 times in the last between 2020 and 2020. So slow. Most 50 plus scores have come from Pujara, and he is not among the group of players at all. Now, how have some of the others done? Top पे जो रूट हैं 2117 रन बनाए, 2117 runs in 43 innings. Usman Khwaja 1621, Manus Labuschagne 1576, Babar Azam 1527, and all of them have played between 25 to 40 plus innings. That's what they have played. Now, top 10 run scorers में एवरेजेस में देखें तो उस्मान ख्वाजा, ट्रेविस हेड, केन विलियमसन, बाबर आजम, इमाम उल हक. So 2 Aussies, 2 Pakistanis, 1 New Zealander. If you look at most 50 plus scores of top 5 batters, there again 50 plus scores. If you look at it, 17 50 plus scores for Joe Root, 14 50 plus scores for Babar Azam, Usman Khwaja 13, Dimuth Karunaratne of Sri Lanka, Marnus Labuschagne and Steve Smith. They're all tied at 10 scores each, and Craig Brathwaite of West Indies. They all have 10 50 plus scores in the last 2-year cycle. इंडिया का चेतेश्वर पुजारा हैज गॉट 6. ही इज द बेस्ट अमंग द इंडियंस, बट कहीं नहीं है क्योंकि टॉप 10 आकर टॉम लेथम पे रुकता है, हु हैज 9 50 प्लस स्कोर्स टू हिज नेम. तो अब आप बताइए कि उस्मान चेतेश्वर पुजारा पर ही गाज गिरना क्या सही है, जबकि ही इज वन ऑफ द टॉप स्कोरर्स 50 प्लस स्कोर्स एंड वाज आल्सो द टॉप रन गेटर इन द लास्ट टेस्ट प्लेइंग साइकिल फॉर इंडिया. अब अमंग द बैटर्स देयर रेगुलरली फीचर इन द टॉप 5 फॉर इंडिया. Only Rohit Sharma has an average of 42.11 in 19 innings. Cheteshwar Pujara in 32 innings has an average of 32. Virat Kohli in an average of 30 innings has an average of 32. And Cheteshwar Pujara has made only 4 runs lesser than Virat Kohli. But Virat Kohli is playing, Cheteshwar Pujara is not. KL Rahul तो injured है, तो छोड़ दो, उसके बारे में बात नहीं करते हैं. शुभमन गिल एवरेजेस 33.8 इन 15 इनिंग्स, 507 रन बनाए. बट शुभमन गिल में पोटेंशियल है, उसको खेलना चाहिए. दैट्स द थॉट प्रोसेस. रोहित शर्मा 19 इनिंग्स खेला है, 758 रन बनाए, 42.11. 42.11. So his average, Rohit Sharma's average is 42.11. But in 19 innings, he has made 758 runs. Whereas Cheteshwar Pujara in 32 innings has made 928 runs. That means Rohit Sharma is not even a regular as far as the test team was concerned until recently. अब तो कप्तान है. क्या रोहित शर्मा इस टीम में होंगे if he is not captain? That's another big question. But as of the averages, if you see 19 innings में 758 रन बना के he averages the best among in the top order. In the batting position, if you look at the batting position quickly, the opposition has averaged around 30.4, top 2, opening 1 and 2, and 30.79 at position number 3. At number 4, the opposition's average is 45.58. And at number 5, the opposition's average is 30.5. So that means इंडिया को छोड़ के बाकी सारी टीमों का अगर आप एवरेज लें, इंडिया का एवरेज है 35.1 एज द ओपनिंग, नंबर 3 पे 31.6, नंबर 4 पे 31.9 एंड नंबर 5 पे 37.18. Now when I say all the other teams put together, that means there are some of the other teams, lesser teams also. लेकिन अगर मैं यही इंडिया के साथ जो ऊपर के टॉप 3-4 टीम्स हैं उनका ले लूँ तो आप समझ सकते हैं. लेकिन इसमें एक स्टोरी निकल के आती है कि प्रॉब्लम नंबर 4 में है लास्ट 2 साल में, नंबर 3 पे नहीं है. प्रॉब्लम है 1 2 3 4 5 सब में है, सिर्फ नंबर 3 को ड्रॉप करना ठीक है कि नहीं? दैट्स द पॉइंट दैट वी आर ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लोर. So, the best batting average for each position, again, Australia, Usman Khawaja at opening, Imam ul Haq, again opening, Marnus Labuschagne, Australia, Babar Azam, Pakistan, Travis Head, Australia. Australia and Pakistan dominate the batting averages if you go by position, batting position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. India कहीं भी नहीं है, 2 टीमें हैं, ऑस्ट्रेलिया और पाकिस्तान जो इसमें है. Now, if we look at the top order, Indian top order vis-a-vis ऑस्ट्रेलिया के परफॉर्मेंस देखते हैं. 4 of the top 5 Australian batters average above 50 in the last World Test playing cycle. उस्मान ख्वाजा ने 1600 रन बनाए, मानस लैबुशेन ने 1500 रन बनाए, स्टीव स्मिथ ने 1400 रन बनाए, ट्रेविस हेड ने 1280 रन बनाए. Whereas if you look at इंडिया के चेतेश्वर पुजारा ने 928 रन बनाए हैं, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के डेविड वार्नर ने 891 रन बनाए. सो डेविड वार्नर इज वन ऑफ द वर्स्ट amongst all of the top 5 Australians, but he is only about 30-35 runs behind Cheteshwar Pujara, who is amongst the highest run scorer for India in the last test playing cycle. So you just think how things have panned out. Australia's worst is close to India's best. बट बाकी सब तो उससे भी कम है ना. तो आप कैसे सिर्फ एक पुजारा को ड्रॉप कर रहे हैं? ये पूरे टॉप ऑर्डर पे गाज नहीं गिरनी चाहिए, बारिंग 1 or 2 who are youngsters who are new like शुभमन गिल. रोहित शर्मा कैप्टन है, आप उनको होल्ड कर रहे हैं. विराट कोहली को क्यों रिटेन किया गया अगर चेतेश्वर पुजारा को ड्रॉप कर रहे हैं तो आप? Yeah, nobody is going to question the legacy and the greatness and form witness. Yes, last moment 44 mara hai, resurgence of Virat Kohli. Not taking away his greatness. I'm just saying purely from the statistic. If you want to do a total rehaul of the Indian top order, then should it be only Pujara? That's the big question. Rohit ki captaincy, that's another point. Now, if you look at England, England is another team where again, their players have done very, very well. England is close to India in terms of position, but England have had multiple players batted the number 1 to 5 position. They kept changing it. They've used the last 2.5 years to also rehash, rework, and look at the positions. 11 batters have played more than 5 innings. So that means they have tested a lot of people. Harry Brook has a ridiculous average of 80 in just 6 innings with 4 centuries. But the batting mainstay has been Joe Root. 1915 run in 40 innings with an average of 53.19. Look at Joe Root's consistency. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. If you look at all this, all the numbers overall, it just shows that India's top order has not measured up to the best in the business. And when you have a problem like that, in the overall team performances, if you see, India's top order has played 18 matches, 33 innings and averages just 33.8. The top 5 batsmen, they've scored 5,306 runs. Now, if you look at that means they are at number 5 behind England, whose batsmen have scored 8,095 runs in 24 matches. Australia in 20 matches have scored 7,068. New Zealand in 15 matches have scored 5,658. Pakistan in 14 matches have scored 5,514. So the pedigree and the kind of legendary batsmen that we have and the kind of records that they have run up and they are rated among the best in the business in this era, they have been a disappointment. Is it fair to drop only Pujara? Or should others would have also been said that no, you also need to ship out for a bit or sit out for a bit? Can just one inning decide that you're back? And can just one failure decide that you're out? Think about it. How did you like this episode of Statschat? Do tell us, हमें ज़रूर बताएं, लिख के भेजें. हमारे YouTube चैनल को ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें. Cricket Next, News 18, Cricket Next. And of course, अगले हफ्ते Statschat के एक और अध्याय के साथ we'll be back. The T20 squad will be out. The World Cup schedule is out. Lots to talk about. And of course, the numbers, वो किस तरफ इशारा करते हैं. Statschat पे हमारा focus वही होता है. Bye for now.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट.